Okay. Now, there are a lot of things going on that probably, because a lot of people think that only the charter schools or the schools that are downtown and that kind of thing are the only schools that are really making students up to par.
No, Pershing has a lot to offer.
Okay.
That is, too, another misconception. And for so many years, Pershing has had a bad reputation just by saying the name. And that was one of the things that we had discussed before. True. And Pershing is a really good school, and that's what I was trying to say. It is a good school, and it has a bad reputation, and it's not necessarily true what they hear about the school. The school has a lot of professionals that have graduated from Pershing. They also come back and give to the school and the community as well. It's important to know that we have a lot of academic background, not just athletically. And so we have a lot of doctors, pharmacists, teachers, lawyers,
business people,
city council people. A lot of great people have come from Pershing.
No doubt.
And Miss Ann Connally, for one.
And Mr. Hodo.
And of course, the owner of this particular venue is
yes, R.J. Watkins as well.
He is a Pershing graduate.
There are a lot of great things that go on at Pershing.
And not to necessarily knock the athletes, because I was an athlete too. Now, see, a lot is a misconception in many cases with a lot of people that is a such thing as a dumb jock. There's no such thing as a dumb jock.
That's absolutely true, because in order to be a jock, you have to maintain an average GPA of 2.5 and above. Most of our athletes have a 3.0 and get a lot of academic and athletic scholarships. Right. And again, there's a lot of misconceptions that come along with the name Pershing, unfortunately. And that's what we're trying to make sure that we turn it around to make sure that everyone knows that it is a positive place to be. It is a safe place to be. It is a place where academics is a force. And so that is important to get out there.
Now, I actually have a family member that went to Pershing and is going to soon have one of the few PhDs in nanotechnology on the planet. So just to show that Pershing is a school that has had high academic excellence for a long time, you know.
It still does. It still has a lot of students that do perform well and get four-year scholarships for secondary, post-secondary schools. And most of the athletes do have a good academic background.
Right.
So again, it's been a misconception for years. Even when I was in high school back 20-something years ago, it was a big deal to be a rival against Pershing at the time. But again, it's the misconceptions, and a lot of them are not true.
That's because we were tough competitors. You know?
Oh, yes.
But now, some of the things going on in the school, technology-wise, what's going on over there?
Well, technology is a big thrust within the educational system, period. And at Pershing, we have just secured 1,000 laptops for all the students to utilize during the day. And each teacher has a laptop card filled with 30 laptops that the children are using in the classroom. We're bringing in smart boards so that the students can have online technology and instruction. So they get instruction not only by the actual teacher in the classroom, but we have podcasts where they can do online learning from outside instructors as well. That's
okay. Okay. See, I didn't know about that one. Now, right now, if there was something that the school is lacking right now and the community could help with, what would that be? What would you ask from the community?
Parent involvement.
Parent involvement.
Absolutely, parent involvement.
Okay.
The alumni is there, community members are there, the teachers are there. We're missing our parents. Our students are in class, they're going, and they just need their parents to be in the building, checking on them, going to parent-teacher conferences, checking on the report cards, and we need the parents to enforce homework at home, education at home, you know, good night's sleep, get up early, take care of your, you know, responsibilities. That's important, and that's what we're lacking, parent involvement.
Now, a lot of the parents, from what I've seen as a student, as well as a former football coach at Pershing, assistant track coach, if the student does well, most of the time the parents don't show up. So is that par for the course for those who do well as those who don't do well?
Well, you have the parents. The parents will be supportive, and most of the parents that do come up are the parents that don't need to be there. We have the parents, the students that are doing academically well, the parents are coming up, and that's why they do well, because the parents are involved. Students who tend to have low GPAs and poor attendance do not have the parental support that they deserve.
Okay. Now, a lot of folks have said, well, whatever happened to truant officers? Does that still exist in the school
We
system?
have an on-site attendance agent.
Okay.
Mr. Manningham is paid through the grant. As a matter of fact, that's one of the grant options that we were allowed to do. And he comes in regularly and mans the front door with the security officers, and they tally the number of truancies that come in during the day. And our goal is not to suspend the students and send them home, but to get them in the classroom. We cannot educate them if they're not there.
Now, what about the overcrowding? How is this thing? Is Pershing a school that has way too many students in it, or could it use some more?
We have perfect number. We could use. I would like to have another 100 students in the building, but we have approximately 900, which is very manageable. You can educate and control with safety and security with that number. It's a really good number right now.
Okay, because I know there were some schools that were getting almost 50 to a classroom, and I know that's no way that one person can handle.
Well,
that
another
kind of workload.
aspect of the grant, it allows us to purchase instructional staff for supplemental programs, and that allows us to make the classes much smaller. So the supplemental instruction coming from the grant also helps. The grant's a really big deal.
Now, these things that you've mentioned with this grant, is this something that is going on in most of the PSL schools or the public schools, or is this something that's specific to Pershing right now?
There were a number of grant awardees this year. One high school received it last year from DPS, and that was Southwestern. And this year, a number of high schools, Pershing was one of the high schools that received it.
On average, how many?
How many high schools?
Yes.
I'd say about 5 or 6, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. I mean,
even that,
there was a good number
number
of DPS schools that received it,
5 or
not
6
only
is
at the high
real
school,
small.
but at the middle school and elementary level.
Okay, okay. Now, on the average day, what do you see the most of when you come into the school? Whether it be negative or positive, on both
I
aspects.
see a lot of positive.
Okay, now what? Give me some examples of what you see from the students.
Students in uniform, students with books in their hands, students with supplies, not just the books, but pens, paper, etc. I see
Moving
students.
expeditiously.
Pardon me?
Moving expeditiously.
Moving expert, right. They're not just meandering along. They are
Okay.
definitely moving along to go to class. One of the things that we do see at at Pershing is, former school, is that the children go to class. That is a norm. They do go to class. They are not hanging in the hallway. So it's
Very quiet
positive.
in the hallway.
And I know when I came up there last week, I didn't see, because I remember it used to be a time when you come up to the school and you see students hanging all around the school across the street.
Right.
I didn't see any of that. Now that was astounding to me. I didn't see that last week or week
It's
before last.
expectations. We expect the children to go to class. So if you have the expectation, the children will live up to it.
Okay.
And so we expect them to go to class. We expect them to do well on the test. We expect them to wear their uniforms, and we expect them to achieve.
Okay. Now, what are you doing with the college prep aspect of this thing?
Well, we have concurrent enrollment right now with Wayne County Community College, and they come in, and the children are the 10th graders can get a 1-credit college course in the 10th grade. 11th and 12th graders can take credit courses and get 3. So by the time you exit Pershing in the 12th grade, you can have up to 4 college credits that are transferable. And so we do have the concurrent enrollment right now. And we do also prep our children with advanced placement classes and honor classes to enroll them in post-secondary education institutions.
Now, what about those that may have to enroll, say, in night school for whatever reason? How is that working?
Well, we're trying to get them back on cohort status, so we do allow students to have extended day at the end of the day. Classes run from 3:50 to 5:50, Monday through Thursday, and they are receiving the credits that they have maybe missed in previous years to catch up and get back on cohort status for graduation.
Okay.
And it's free for the children.
It's free.
It's free.
So they don't have to pay all of those?
No payment.
Okay, now, what is the ages for that particular aspect, that after school?
After school is only for Pershing students.
Okay.
It is Pershing dollars, so therefore it is for Pershing students. and therefore that's why the program is free. And the tutorial programs that we run on Saturdays, they're also free, but they're only for Pershing students.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be beneficial because it's going to get those students that are off track back on track. And as long as they are a currently enrolled student at Pershing, they can attend. It doesn't matter how old they are.
Okay. Now, Ms. Connally, I got to come to you for a while. I'll give her a chance to catch her breath a little.
Thank you.
Pershing alumni. Now, you say you and someone else?
Yes, Williette Taylor, my classmate, class of '69. Yay!
All right.
We, we in our hearts knew that there was something better to do than go out and party. So with the money.
Mm-hmm.
So that started it, and my beloved principal, Dr. Emerald Crosby, encouraged us to continue.
I'm kind of partial to GQ now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I ain't gonna tell nobody, but but anyway.
Yeah, but we.
So when you started this thing, what kind of response did you get?
Well, it was slow at first, but then after people started to hear about us and we did our mailings and everything, they responded very well.
Okay.
They knew that they had someone to contact at Pershing if they needed something. So for a long time, we were there for them. We're still there, even though I've retired. I'm still there.
You retired?
Oh, yes.
Every time I hear about you, always at the school. When you retired?
Every Wednesday.
That's right. I volunteer, and since you brought that up, we look for volunteers every day, not just on Wednesdays, but if that's the only day you can come, then we welcome you. Miss Thornton will find somewhere to fit you in to help out.
As well as you always looking for people to come through, not just for career day, but always to share information with the students.
Yes,
about
mentors,
careers.
tutors. Oh, yes, everything.
Okay, now, how can people contact you if they say, I didn't know that Pershing had an alumni association? How can they contact? Because, a lot of doughboys and doughgirls may be watching this program right now, whether it be via internet or via television or cable. They want to know how to get in touch and to lock in. Okay.
If you'd like to get in touch with me, you can call 313-866-7700 or our website, www.pershing-alumni.ning.com. I have to say that because it's out of habit.
What about, can they catch up with you on Facebook?
Oh, yes, on Facebook. Just friend me because we don't have a Pershing website per se, but if you friend me, I have thousands of friends from Pershing on my page.
Okay, and it doesn't matter what class you were in.
Doesn't matter what class, and I've run into people and they say, oh, but you won't know them, they came out in the 40s. I said, honey, I know someone from almost every class, so if you name them, I may know
don't know
them.
nobody from, no, I'm just messing with you. Now, you have a event coming up within the next week or so for.
Oh yes, we have Alumni Day. We look forward to it every year. It coincides with the last home game at Pershing. We'll be there at 2 o'clock.
Now, what home game?
Basketball.
Okay.
Basketball. We play Denby Friday at 4 for the 27th, January 27th.
Okay.
And the event will begin at 2 in the library. We'll have Pershing shirts. We want to make it a blue out. We want everybody to wear blue to the game. The tickets are $5, which you can get with your membership once you come, but you have to be there, get your membership card and everything, and be in good member in good standing.
Now, can they get their membership card ahead of time?
Oh, absolutely. Tomorrow is our quarterly meeting at Pershing High School at 6 o'clock in the band room. So if you come to
PM, right?
Yes, PM,
Okay,
6 o'clock PM.
Early.
Right. No, Miss Thornton said 7. She just didn't say she'll be there at 6. We also, we're there on Wednesdays. So if you come in on Wednesday, we're there from 8 until noon. If we know you're coming, we may wait a little longer, but usually we're out of there by noon. And as I said, Friday we'll be there probably at noon, from noon till after the game. So come on out and support the Doughboys. They're undefeated, yay, the girls and the boys, girls and the Doughboys.
Okay.